Imagine a classroom where students are learning in both English and Spanish, and they have the opportunity to become bilingual and biliterate.
That's one of the unique features of having a dual immersion program of Teton County School District. We're one of the few school districts in Wyoming that offer such a great program and opportunity, not only for students that speak Spanish as a native speaker, but also for students that speak English as a native English speaker.
To be able to speak with other people in Spanish, it's pretty cool. I went down to a tennis camp in Florida, and it was a Spanish camp, and everyone there was from Spain, and I could speak with all of them in Spanish.
Being strong in my home language is important for me because I can learn more in Spanish with my family and more in English with my friends.
There are many benefits of becoming bilingual. There's a lot of research around how that helps students to have better SAT scores and higher college acceptance rates and various other cognitive benefits.
It develops that brain plasticity and that ability to learn and grow from things and challenge yourself, and it just expands your mind. So I would always encourage a student and a parent to enroll and try to be in that kind of program. It challenges a student. It also opens doors to them to learn a new culture and to make new friends that maybe they wouldn't get to know otherwise.
Unfortunately, as is very typical for English language learners all over the country who are not in dual immersion programs, by the time they get to middle school and high school, I'm often interpreting between them and their parents in conferences, and that can be really difficult to even witness. But for parents who are trying to help their children, just as they're reaching some of the most challenging years in their life when they need support, when they can't communicate at an in-depth level with their parents, that can have really dramatic consequences for children and for families.
If I couldn't talk to my parents or friends when I'm a teenager, it would be hard for me because I couldn't tell if I need help with homework or if I just want to talk to my friends.
Well, I have more cousins that speak Spanish, so then it would be hard for me to communicate with them.
Es muy importante de saber nuestro lenguaje, porque sin saber nuestro lenguaje que aprendimos desde nacer, nos podemos en el futuro comunicarse con nuestra familia en el futuro.
If you were to walk into a dual immersion classroom, you would see teachers using a lot of what we called sheltered instruction, which is where they use strategies such as hand gestures and visuals and realia, which is real items, and connecting to students' background and lots of vocabulary support. You would see language partners, which is when we have a student from each language background really supporting each other and helping each other.
I use my language partners in class to understand words and instructions given by the teacher.
I use my fellow students more as like a go-to resource. To say I'm doing like a writing assignment and I don't know a word, I would use them and ask them how to say that.
Para mí, un beneficio de estar en el programa de doble inmersión es que todos nosotros somos como una familia muy grande y somos como hermanos y hermanas.
Una vez que usé mi español era cuando fui a México con mi familia y traduje para ellos, y era muy divertido hablar con la gente en su idioma nativo.
Some teachers do this thing, see three before me, so ask three other people for the teacher. So sometimes if you need a word, you could ask a few different people.
To speak with a native Spanish speaker it's kind of fun because I feel proud of myself that I'm able to do something like that a lot of people aren't able to do, and it's also fun because it's taking part of their culture into you, and so it's a cool thing to be able to do.
In today's global economy, it's really important to provide students the opportunity to become bilingual, to understand what it means to work with people from other cultures.
To work together, to collaborate, to be a part of a close community where they learn from each other, they learn the cultural values that each of our cultures bring to the table.
We're able to provide this world-class educational program for students.